Hello everyone, welcome to the video session on first principles thinking. This is a great way to look at complex problems and find the possibilities around that and create solutions. So I'm going to do this using a demonstration, or rather two examples of demonstration, so that you will be able to feel what the first principles thinking is all about, and then I will come to the explanation part. So there will not be any presentations here, slides here. So this will be more of thinking out loud of two examples to show what first principles thinking is. So first is, let us take this example of chain of barber shops. Imagine you are having a lot of money and you want to invest in opening chain of barber shops, and you are looking at the market size of a certain region. In this case, let us take Texas. You want to have the reasons for investing your money and you want to gain the confidence for that. So how will you approach this problem? So you have a lot of money and you want to open chain of barber shops, and in this region of Texas you want to look at the opportunity that is there. So based on this you will decide whether to go or not to go for investing money in this business. All right. So what kind of questions you will go and ask yourself, or what kind of information you will go and seek for? First, you will look at the population, right? Because population is the first data that you will need, so that you will first know, is there enough amount of people, to kind of go and do the business there. So let's take the population of Texas as 30 million or 3 crores. So let's put the numbers here, right? So the male population and the female population you will be looking for here, right? So the male population and the female population. So the male population, let us take in this case as 45% of the total population, which is like, and the female population is as the 45% of the total population. Let's give this 10% of exception for people who are not interested in haircuts at all, or newborn babies, or in these cases. So let us leave that 10% away. So let us take this as a figure. Okay. Now, with this information, you cannot decide anything because you want something in the currency value, correct? So then you will be asking for an information like the frequency of haircuts of male and female. How many times in a year a male or female would go for a haircut? So male frequency and female frequency. So let us get into that information next. Imagine in a year, or let's say in a month, a male would go for 1 point or 2 times for haircuts. So that gives 24 times a year, and a female would go for 1.5 times. So this is going to be imaginations or hypothetical. So please don't be worried if this is not the right one. And the cost, which is very important, cost per haircut, male cost. So if it is going to be, let's say, $12 per haircut, and if it is going to be for the female, $20 per haircut. You may have many other things in your barber shop as well, like the massage or the facials or many other things. However, we just want to look at the bare minimum market for a very basic service called a haircut. So that's what we're doing here to get convinced to invest the money there. Now, the formula is this: you actually multiply the population of male with the frequency of haircuts of male with the cost of haircut for male, and also you consider the female population and multiply with the frequency of haircut of female with the cost of one haircut for female, and this gives this huge opportunity. This is the market size, and if I'm going to put this way, this shows that this is like 800 crores per year is being spent on haircuts in Texas. So this gives you another level of thinking to see if you can gain 2% of this market as your market share, and how much you will be making in a year if you are going to give a high quality service to your customers, and if you can gain 2%, how much is going to be. So for this, I'm going to take this value and see what is the 2% of that. Yeah, so this is your opportunity, and then you may go on to decide how many shops you may have to open, barber shops you may have to open in that region. So this is one way of thinking, and this is keeping all these market research reports away and asking questions from yourself. These questions come from yourself, and you ask those questions and seek for those information, and everything begins from you, which is a very important aspect of first principles thinking. Let's get into a next example where we will have a very technology oriented example. All right, now we're going to duplicate this sheet, or okay, let's go to a fresh sheet now. Okay, now let's imagine you have a blogging platform as a business. All right, you have a site that will allow people to come and write blogs. So this is the site you have. Okay, a blogging platform for bloggers. So you are the product owner or the technical head or architect, you may say, in any ways. However, you are interested to know how your uh, product can be made into, yeah, you are interested to know how, the question here is how to change a feature called likes to super like. So you have a feature in your product that will enable the readers to have like as an expression for their liking towards a blog. However, you want to change that like as a super like. How it works in the cloud, how it works in cloud. Again, I'm demonstrating you before all about how first principle thinking work. So this is not actually a, a session on how the technical features work in a blog, or not about cloud computing, but this is about how to break down things into simpler aspects, right? So you are a technical head and architect, and this is a new product for you to handle. And how will you change a feature called like or like to super like? So from the next minute, for with this change, the readers will be able to hit the super like button rather than the like button, because the like will simply disappear, it will not be there. So what happens is you go to the microservice attached to this feature called responses, which is responses, change that change that to super like. So the microservice attached to this feature responses. So the responses is a microservice, and you go to that and change, or you may also say find or replace, find, like, and replace with super like. Okay, create an image in the container, reorchestrate, or you may say change the configuration or settings in orchestration. This could be in Kubernetes. Yeah. So if there is a case where my understanding of a technology is at this level about cloud computing specifically, and if there is a challenge called changing a feature from like to super like, and how to do this in a platform that is fully installed in the cloud, and if my understanding is right based on the first principles thinking, if my understanding is based on the fundamentals, and if my understanding is being based on the honest questioning that all I have got, and my understanding I have got, then I will be able to break down things at this level. So if I have to change the like to super like feature, then I will go and specifically change that particular microservice that is attached to this feature or a container called responses, and do a find and replace there, and push an image, a fresh image, because tomorrow you may have to go and use the like as an option again. We never know. So we always have that old image. However, we change that like aspect to the super like aspect, push that to the container called responses, and change the configuration in Kubernetes, and the Kubernetes will take care of orchestrating this to all the users that is using the blogging platform. So this is uh, first principles thinking in demonstration for you. I'm just doing this as thinking out loud because uh, this is a huge help when it comes to growing up in the career, and growing up in the career translates to actually solving big problems, complex problems. And Elon Musk and Aristotle, they both belong to different ages. However, first principles is a common thread that runs across both, and both have actually practiced first principles. And Elon Musk, when he actually designed or started the journey of SpaceX, he had actually said that first principles helped in breaking down this idea of launching a rocket and or sending people to space. Uh, you know, uh, when it looked like a huge task, first principles helped that uh, this can be something be told to the self in a much simpler way by asking the right questions. So, ask the right questions to yourself. The books can give you the answers, but the questions can come from you. So, this is what I would like to leave to you. Ask the right questions, be honest, be brave, and let go of all the opinions or the preconceived notions that you have about any concept, begin with the question that arises from you, like a kid or a child. So, and this is what I would like to say. Thank you so much, and please leave your comments in the comments bar, and there is more information to you in the description. Thank you.